It's a new day in the office. Man, it actually feels good to wake up in the office for once after not waking up for a long time. So yeah, let's get on adventuring, shall we, Stanley? Hello everyone, and welcome to the Stanley Parable 2 Ultra Deluxe. And in the last video we went through all the endings on the right door, but this time the bucket. So this time we are going to do the same thing, but we're going through the left door as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So basically I'm going to, the first ending I want to see is the broom closet ending. Yay!
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Really? Are you not going to give me anything? Are you for real? Because I really want to put this bucket in the broom closet. It seems like a bucket in the broom closet would be a perfect fit, but okay, fine. You don't want me to enter the broom closet, then so be it. Oh. There we go. Oh, you're not going to say anything to me after closing and re-entering it? Fine. Okay, fine. So I'm going to go through the countdown
ending.
Coming
to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Also known as the nuclear parable, but this time with the bucket.
Over another human life.
Okay, what if I turn it on though?
At the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
Oh, this
Stanley
is new.
Gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Sorry, what? What?
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
Are you kidding me?
The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
That was not what I was expecting, but sure, I guess. I remember the escape sign near the mind control facility. Yeah, I want to go there, but this time with the bucket. I wonder if that changes things. It should. It should.
Coming and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that
there we go, the escape
control facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
I don't think so. I'm just gonna keep walking straight.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
You sure about that?
At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
I don't think so. Ooh, what's this? It's a hole. And where would that lead us? Into a loading screen. And where would that loading screen take us? It takes us to here. Okay. What a violent death.
Went into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise. Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh my god, don't...
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
I'm sorry, what? Okay.
It was a
Just
shame,
Stanley
the death
Parable.
of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Why does it look like a very short man? Or am I the bucket? Am I a bucket that's walking? The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. I'm not going to read all this. You guys can pause the video and read it for yourself, but
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
man, that's deep. A bucket with two handles. That's an amazing innovation. Why didn't anyone think of that? So this very clearly different from the original ending. I guess now it's a museum dedicated to buckets instead of you know, the game, which hilarious, I guess. Okay, can't go there. Can we go up from here?
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
It is. This piece symbolizes a necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. We don't have a choice but to drop down and... We can't even drop down here. Outstanding. Oh, we haven't gone here yet, did we? The stress bucket and analogy. Presented without commentary. Okay, I guess. But that's it. Is that actually it? Is there really anything else to this museum? I thought there'll be more to this museum. Come on. You can't tell me that that's it, right? Can I leave the museum? Screw this. This is really boring for a museum. Yeah, I'm leaving. Thank you, Stanley Parable, but this bucket museum is not as entertaining as it seems to be. So yeah, adios. I don't know when we're going to meet again. I hope we don't have to meet again because man, this is a really boring museum. But yeah, I hope I can get... Oh damn it, I can't exit the map. Okay, I guess I have to stay in the museum or get out the museum. I don't know. Oh wait, I can pick out the buckets. Huh.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Which is?
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
And I'm pretty sure you killed another bucket while you're trying to kill me, so good job, narrator. Good job for doing your job properly. I thought your job was to try to save the buckets, not kill the buckets alongside me. But sure, I guess this is the world we live in now. Wasn't there an ending where if we go in and out of the boss's room quickly,
Still no one was here.
there'll be a
Stanley
special
needed the
ending?
bucket's warmth and
I don't
comfort
remember
now
what
more
ending
than
that
ever.
was.
Stepping into his
Oh
manager's
my god.
office, Stanley was once again
No,
stunned.
no. I'm pretty sure I can do this. I need to restart the game.
Stepping in.
Yay, I did it! Oh. Oh yeah, the narrator doesn't speak, does he? Guess we have no way out but down. I think. Oh, but this door now opens, right? What if we go down all the way? Nope, that door is closed. Okay, so I guess we have no choice but to go through this door. This should be the same door where we entered, right? Yeah, it is. Actually, I'm surprised all the doors open. So, what? Where exactly are we going? Yeah, all the doors are definitely back open. So, okay. Oh. Oh, there's another door here. You are now. Oh, this is the escape pod ending. Now I remember that. There you go, the escape pod bay at floor 760. Yeah, it's pretty far up, ain't it? 755. So yeah, I think you guys know how this ending goes already. It's just going. We're just going to keep walking up the staircase. So I'll see you guys when we finish climbing up the staircase. Alright, it's getting pitch black here, but I do believe that this is the last flight of stairs. 760. Yes, it is. And this is the escape pod, so-called. Okay. How much more do I have to walk? Oh, there it is. Alright, what lies... Okay. Oh, now I can't control my movement anymore. What? Oh my god. No. 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 Bucket. No, not my bucket. No. Oh my god. Life is so meaningless now without the buckets.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
The bucket is actually missing. The end is never the end. Okay, so
When Stanley came to a set of
we got a
two
missing
open
bucket to
doors,
deal with.
he entered the door on his left.
alright, I'm not sure how to complete the rest of the video. But actually, come to think about it, there's something that I can do. There's this one new strange ending that was added into this game. It was a result of
Yet
bug.
there was not a single person here either.
I don't know. Let me look it up first, cause I remember there was a bug in the original game, but the Stanley Parable the Stanley Parable 2 fixed this by making the bug and ending it by itself. So let me see if I can find it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
I remember this
That kind
scene.
of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Oh, come on. Couldn't you just let me go through the fireplace? Oh my god. Just gonna sit here with this relaxing music, which actually, you know what? Screw this. This is
Feeling
relaxing.
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Nope, I'm not going to walk forward calmly. So I believe the bug is on here where you can go up the chairs and the tables, if I'm not wrong. So if I let's just turn on the lights. So I can. And then I should be able to jump off the platform.
Screens.
Yeah, there we go.
What horrible secret did this place hold?
Okay.
Stanley thought to himself.
And now what?
You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome. You see,
Hey.
back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content?
Yeah.
Always more content, more, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section.
You did?
You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Did they actually?
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Jumped on the
Okay.
catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Sounds like
Good
Dora the
job,
Explorer,
you did
man.
it. Good job, you did 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 it.
I was expecting the song to be longer, but oh, and we restarted. Okay.
Stanley
Okay.
decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself.
Wait, what's this?
And constantly
Re-
needed support and
replacement
guidance
bucket?
from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Thanks. I guess. Thanks for
And
the
try
replacement
not to
bucket.
lose this one too, you.
Okay, let's repeat the exact same thing, but we
Lights
you know, do it
rose
with the
on an
bucket.
enormous room packed
There
with
we go.
television screens.
And now,
What horrible! But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below.
Sure about
Thankfully,
that?
he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall.
really,
Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed.
Oh.
It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps.
okay.
After some
Oh.
time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort
Oh.
of kitchenette that was
That's
useful
neat.
for when the bucket was craving paninis.
What's that?
But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home.
Oh, that's
In fact,
nice.
After some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending, but it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
What? Okay. I don't think I've completed all the endings yet, so let's see if there's any more.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay, but what if I don't? But this time I go with the bucket.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Wait, this loop
He
is
looked down
different
at the bucket in his arms.
than the
"Am I
original
crazy?"
game.
He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no
What?
good would
Hey,
come from
wait,
this.
what?
Who knows what sorts of bizarre
Wait,
hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from
Oh.
room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his.
Oh.
None of them were his special bucket.
No, it's the
Come to me,
bucket with the Stanley sticker.
Find me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly
What?
painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
I'm sorry, what? That was an insane ending. Anyway, I don't think we're done with all the... I think we're done with all the endings, are we? Let me just check one more time.